propaganda? Fine wares.
It's been a hard day.
A crowd that size, not a single heavy purse.
There's got to be something else to do with silver. Customers here.
Sleep in the dust before a thing of supper.
Wonder if there's any easy work to be had. Suppose I best earn my keep. Get up today.
These writings could be of import. A thorough perusal might reveal aught of interest.
Got any arms for a man down on his luck?
Unless I am much mistaken, we have cause to visit a place not far from here.
Shall we head there now? 'Twould save us having to make the trip again.
I overheard some of the soldiers standing guard outside the palace, discussing a curious rumor.
Oh, did it pertain to the Queen Regent? And an important personage, perchance? Aye. Tell is her ties to this figure from the neighboring country have a romantic tint.
There's comfort in the humdrum of daily life.
Getting proper rest is an important duty in its own right. I've a feeling fortune shall favor us this day. Off we go then.
A new day, a new perspective.
Gather round! Treat your ears to a tale by...
Now,
Aye, got some coin to spare you. Much appreciated. Gather round! gather round. Treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller. Even if it shouldn't, I would greatly appreciate it.
Peruse at your leisure.
New day beckons.
Me in the mood for a song, it does.
Tidy. What else needs doing? At least here I can let
Quite the predicament.
Lots to do, song it does. Lots to do, precious little time. I'm in fine battle today.
These old bones.
Don't get up to today. Welcome sight.
Peruse at your leisure.
Putting that aside, can it be we have no sword wielders in our party?
Are we only to fire on foes from afar then? We've done all right for ourselves so far. Why shouldn't our luck continue?
I'm in no hurry to leave. I'd sooner stay out of battle, were it possible.
I've got the sharpest ears in town.
All which sets you.
Could use a bit of peace and quiet.
I'd rather just stay out of everybody's way. Naught to look forward to, but a long day of work.
No one is bothered with which. I get the sense I oughtn't be here.
If I stay here, blessed be we servants.
I'll harvest what I can, should it please you.
I'm dead on my feet.
What am I supposed to do?
Maybe I'll
I've been on my feet all day.
All this
Right, door's locked. That should do it.
I'll take any chance not to think on my troubles.
Always sets me to think. Sort to look forward to, but
This is most convenient. Another destination we were bound for is not far from here.
We'll make our way there in time. As to whether 'twill be sooner or later, that is for the Arisen to decide.
This is my favourite place in all the
suppose I'd best get to work.
Finally, some peace and quiet.
Arisen, I knew you loved this world too much to leave it behind. You are in good health, I trust, Arisen?
Somehow my feet always carry me here.
I happen to understand Elvish, Master. I expect you'll find my talents useful, should we encounter another speaker. Is there aught this pawn might do for you?
I don't tell half as many lies as my
A chance to put my feet up is as welcome as fine ale. Prayer is a waste of time.
Suppose I ought to earn my pay.
Our prayer is still not
Such quietude is a blessing.
Something good will come of today. I just know it.
I'd gladly stay here forever if I could.
Lots to be taken care of before the day's done.
Pray, slow your feet. You run too fast for the likes of me. No time to catch your breath. Try to keep up. Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts. I say we collect as much as we can carry.
I don't believe I've had the pleasure, sir. Have we some business I'm unaware of? You mean to tell me that Albert has been playing the part of a beggar? That man who would sooner starve to death than lift a finger in the pursuit of honest labor? If this is a jest, it is in very poor taste. All the same, I shall test the truth of your accusation, and who better to make it plain for us than Albert himself? I will place these clothes somewhere about the house. If he has aught to hide, his reaction when he finds them will doubtless be very telling. You may visit us again in a few days' time. Fear not. I have no intention of causing a fuss.
This place is awful dull.
Can't complain.
I would appreciate your swift return, Master. A fell unease begins to gnaw at me when you are gone over long.
Perhaps a breath of fresh air. I am all of a dither. This is no small quandary.
Well met. Is there aught I can do for you? You must have mistaken me for another. I am unaware of any missives meant for me. Where to now?
Dull days for us.
What is it? Is there aught you need? Ah, I see. Thank you for giving this to me. I shall pen my answer anon, behind closed doors, naturally.
Can't help but talk in a whisper when I'm...
I only pray my watch
Talk in a whisper when I'm here.
Here's a welcome sight.
Sure why I'm trolling.
You are not permitted to be here. Move along.
Many thanks. Patrick has already sent his reply. 'Twould seem my mother's tyranny has been weighing heavily on his heart. He has pledged to continue our correspondence and aid me in putting an end to my mother's injustices. This would not have been possible without your assistance. I am afraid I cannot offer much in the way of recompense, but pray, take this.
I'd sooner stay out of battle, were it possible.
Not for it, but to cut my teeth in a real battle.
I must ask you to leave this place at once.
I'll admit, I did worry you'd forgotten me.
Shall we report this development to Captain Brandt?
Must be vigilant. The townspeople depend on me.
This town must do stop and have a look. I've wares of every ilk.
Where will the wind blow me?
Look! Master, a treasure chest! We shall have to find a way to reach it.
The Goblin's lair lies somewhere along the western road. I hope you can reclaim aught from the fiends. 'Twould bring me peace of mind to know someone taught them a lesson at least. How might I be of service? The Goblin's lair. I hope you can reclaim aught from the fiends. 'Twould bring me peace of mind to know some. One taught them a lesson at least.
Well, it takes two to make a sale. And this seller had nothing to tempt us with. Our funds are better spent elsewhere. I wish I knew your restraint, Arisen.
Polished it this morning.
Look, yonder, toward the sea. I espy a distant shore, a land untraveled.
One day, when we're well prepared, perhaps we might venture there and explore.
You're a welcome sight, Arisen. As ever, I'm yours to command.
could look upon this sky for all eternity, if 'twasn't for the crick in my neck.
Keep gazing upward, and you're like to stumble ere long.
Where the phantoms, master? Shame I've no advantage against the flow. Are we all in the same boat? That was a sight to behold. Think nothing of it. Splendid. Feast your eyes on this. The monsters left us a parting gift. I'll see it safely into my pack, don't you worry.
One never can have too many of these.
What say we pelt one at the next foe we encounter?
Well, we've eaten our fill. What say we settle our stomachs with a few hours' sleep?
Indeed. Surely we've time for a short kip, ere we continue on our merry way? The creature's corpse will serve us well.
You cut quite the hunter's figure. I'll combine my magic with yours, that you might cast the spell more quickly. We achieved remarkable synchronicity.
Just think what we could achieve if we honed our talents further. A forgotten riftstone we've not discovered lies nearby. 'Tis this way, as I recall, from my last sojourn beyond the rift.
A profitable endeavor.
over so soon? Why, we seem to have come through unscathed.
Overconfidence is an enemy in and of itself. Let us instead strive to better ourselves with every battle.
It's a human!
You must cleanse yourself of that oil, post-haste.
I hope you weren't expecting mercy.
Methinks we could move this boulder if we work together.
A firm push is what's needed here.
Mayhap you will think this a trifle, but... Curious thing. One of my former masters chose to hire only women. I wonder why.
You've given me much to think about. Don't we have a report to make, Master?
Freshly rested as we are, this battle ought to be in our favor.
Try not to get hit, lest all that vim go to waste.
Before 'tis too late.
A fine display of skill.
To charge ahead may be to rush headlong into danger. Let us take care to move as one.
Be sure to keep your wits about you. We've arrived well enough. Where to next?
Good tidings, sir. How fares your retrieval of those plundered weapons? Marvelous! You have acquired both an archer staff and a greatsword. You may now change your vocation as desired, sir. What's more, I bear glad tidings. 'Twould seem our arms shortage is at an end. I dare say the armory will be resupplied anon.
A resounding success! The result of our impeccable teamwork, no doubt. What will our next adventure have in store for us, I wonder?
Pray in, ne'er put gold in my pocket. I like to come here when I'm not in my a lonely place. I like to come here when I need a minute to think.
I shall have Albert himself verify your accusation. If he has aught to hide, I expect his reaction to seeing those garments will be very telling. You may visit us again in a few days' time. Fear not. I have no intention of causing a fuss.
Sometimes this is the only place I can find peace.
The false sovereign has been an enigma for far too long. What say we make for Vermin's eastern edge and investigate him? I can guide you to the vicinity of our destination, Master. Well, now, isn't this lucky? Someone who knows the way.
Dead on my
How might I be of service?
Might as well take a look while you're here, eh? Stop by again soon.
Tis most exhilarating to hand over such a sum. Spending so freely offers a unique sort of joy. Let's keep our noses to the grindstone, that we might do it again soon.
When does my watch end?
Could you come over here? Oh, I should tell you, there's a forgotten riftstone nearby. I found it beyond the rift. Shall we go there now? Prepare to engage. Oh, the sight of yon ox cart has brought all my fatigue to the fore. Shall we climb aboard? They can be most convenient, though they travel only during the day.
Might I interest you in my humble wares? Hope to see you again.
Huzzah! What a team we make, Arisen! This way, if you please. Uncommon materials can be found here, methinks.
Well, well, that's quite a discovery.
Don't drag this down. Don't go soiling yourself out.
You'll not live to regret this! I'll get that for you. Might there be aught over there? Let us ponder how best to proceed. Right. Just follow me. How might we approach yon spire? Why don't we go take a look?
By your command, Arisen.
way, if you please. Come at me! I'll gladly take on any number of foes. Give no quarter! Tis well in hand.
One might confidently call that a resounding victory.
Well, I'm sure there's still room for improvement. Right. Just follow me.
You there! Are you looking to enter the village? You'd best go elsewhere, friend. What's wrong about this place? There's no business to be had here, that's for sure.
That man just now seemed...
You'd best go elsewhere. There's no business to be had here.
Is that who I think it is?
Aye, I reckon so.
Fancy a look at my wares? Do come again. Fancy a look at my wares?
Hail! I take it you're the outsider my lord mentioned. How'd he know to expect you? I couldn't tell you. Why not ask him yourself? You'll find him in the manor atop the on-hill.
Don't bring trouble to my door, yeah?
Here to ask aught of me, are you?
Our fortunes are looking up. All the more so if we sell this newfound prize.
Greetings. I must say I'm impressed by your intuition, sir. You found me out far sooner than most. I trust you are enjoying your sojourn in our fair village. If you have any questions, ask away. I should be glad to aid you. If aught about our humble village seems strange to you, that is easily explained. For 'tis here that thieves are instructed in the skills they require. To begin with, those who wander into the village are evaluated for their potential aptitude. Of course, you are no exception. That you stand here now is proof you were deemed a worthy candidate. Which is to say, you have my approval as the Thiefmeister. Is there aught else you'd care to ask? You're curious what I know of you? Quite a bit, I should think. Naturally, I'm not the only one. Our village has its own network of spies and informants, you see, and your title tends to make you stand out among the rumors we collect. You're the second Arisen to come to Vermont, and you've allied yourself with Captain Brandt against the Queen Regent. In response, she's... Oops. I mustn't say another word. Don't misunderstand. I'm no ally of the Queen Regent. I merely strive to maintain neutrality in political matters. Those who deal in information must ne'er align themselves with a particular power. Such is our village code. Is there aught else you care to ask? Arthur, you say? I've lived in this village many a year, but I can't say I've heard of someone by that name. My apologies. Is there aught else you care to ask? Aye. Take care, then.
This is for you, Master. I thought it might come in useful. I'll gather these now. It would be a shame to forget their location when we need them most. If you must go off on your own, there's naught to be done. I only hope you'll return sooner rather than later. I suppose all we can do...
You made it after all. Guess that means I win. Oi, you lot best pay up.
Dear me.
You didn't disappoint, did you? You've done well. Seems only fair I answer any questions weighing on you. Go on. Ask away. Figures you'd want to know about him. We're supposed to be neutral. Ordinarily, I wouldn't say a word about one of our jobs. But I suppose I can tell you, the situation being what is. His real name is Dara. He was one of us, once. But he's been exiled. We had no choice, see? After he went off to play the false Arisen, we're men and women of shadow. Center stage isn't our place to stand. That's why he was cast out. He'll ne'er be part of our village again. That all you wanted to ask? For all this, Dara was in line to become the next Thief Maester. But he failed. Took a massive injury to the chest during the trial. So the title fell to me. That's when he went off, saying he used the scar on his chest to pose as the Arisen. And what a scheme that turned out to be, eh? Now he gets to sit pretty on the best seat in the kingdom. Still, you'd have a hard time proving that he's not who he says he is. He's a wily one, that Dara. Always was careful not to leave behind a shred of evidence. But we can't have him thinking that he gets to go off and enjoy a peaceful life in a lap of luxury after breaking our code. Methinks he needs something to remind him of the debt he owes us. Here, this should do the trick. That all you wanted to ask? What can I say? Not many people bother with this place. Luckily for me, you were different. Knew I was right to bet in favor of the Arisen. Anyway, most visitors get fooled into going up to the manor. We send them packing with a trifle, and if they don't question it, good riddance. Anyone that complacent has got no business being a thief. We only train the rare few who make it here. Some might go so far as to say that the entire village was built around this spot. That all you wanted to ask? Aye. Till next time, then.
Take joys by the handful and regrets by the bunch.
You're the one, then? Fie. I'd hoped I'd not be seeing you here.
This bodes ill.
A lonely place. Not without its charm.
Huzzah!
Where did you go, Master? 'Twas dreadful lonesome without you. Our party is reunited. Surely we can ask for no more than that.
I suppose I could indulge you.
Few could determine this village's secret at a glance. The truth is far stranger than anything I'd envisioned. To think we were being evaluated for our potential all along.
You're here. I've been waiting for you.
It seems you've somewhere else in mind you'd rather go. If you've no need of my guidance, by all means, lead the way. The Arisen is capricious indeed, but don't despair. We shall count upon your guidance when the time comes. Oh, that took nary a moment. Now that we're here, what did you have in mind, Arisen?
Oh, good to see you at work.
Must you run so fast? I can hardly keep you in my sights, Arisen.
Let us endeavor to keep up, though we are less fleet of foot.
Good to see you. Those garments you gave me had a marked effect. Albert set off to work the moment he saw them, and he's been working steadily e'er since. I ne'er thought I'd see the day. To be frank, I've not the slightest interest in the man, but he can surely benefit this city much more by performing an honest duty than by begging on the streets. In short, you've done us all a service. Pray, allow me to show my appreciation. Those garments had a marked effect. In short, you've done this city a service.
Teach him a lesson in school.
Oh, could use a rest.
I could with some decent sleep.
Good. We're here.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. Have you divined aught of the false sovereign, your Majesty? This appears to be a bill calling for the arrest of a man named Dara. But hold a moment. Does this man's countenance not bear an uncanny resemblance to that of the false sovereign? I see. If your Majesty is certain that the two are one and the same, then I am convinced as well. However, I'm afraid this paper alone does not constitute sufficient proof. Ah, but of course. I surmise your Majesty intends to post the bill and invite suspicion. A clever plan. The Queen Regent will be forced to deny any connection to our new sovereign, yet will be unable to remove the bill from the public eye. Furthermore, 'twill serve as an attestation to Dara's existence, which shall remain an undeniable truth till the man resurfaces. And all the while, the doubts lurking in the hearts of the citizenry will continue to deepen. A clever ploy indeed. I shall attend to this matter personally. I've no doubt that this bill will prove its worth in due course. You have my gratitude, Your Majesty. Your aid has been invaluable.
That thief maester's a capable sort. I'd wager this will make life rather difficult for the Queen Regent.
Me? Thinks this will be of interest to Captain Brandt. Shall we go inform him? We've arrived, just as planned.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen Your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. Aught shall change once we have attended the coronation. If Your Majesty has any unfinished business to attend to, 'tis best you do so afore we depart. Very well. The coronation is to take place on the morrow. We shall depart early in the morn, so Your Majesty would do well to get a good night's rest.
Master! Pray leave this place! My body, it refuses to obey me! There is a voice within my mind. It commands me, sways my very will!
Sways your will? Could it be that the gods sway? We must quit this place, Your Majesty. I fear our plans may fall to naught. Let us return to the tavern. We've been had. The false sovereign commanded the pawns at the coronation, proving his own power as Arisen. According to Regent King Sven, the pretender was wearing some sort of lavish necklace at the time. I imagine this artifact is the Godsway mentioned in that letter. Perchance 'tis a tool that grants power akin to that of the true Arisen. 'Twould do much to explain the events that we have beheld afore now. Alas, unless we find some way to unmake this Godsway's power, proving Your Majesty's legitimacy shall be difficult indeed. Allow me to speak to the agent we captured some days past. Perchance he knows aught of use.
Never could I have imagined such an outcome. What manner of artifact is this Godsway? I suppose 'tis pointless to ponder. Let us await the results of Captain Brandt's investigation. 'Tis as you say.
I'm surrounded by winches on all sides. My body's not forgiven me for last night's scuffle.
Ah, how I've longed to embrace my bedroll. Our adventure continues.
Come, we've much to be getting on with.
I hope you slept well?